Howdy y'all, this is CJ here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing part 13 of Fanhome's Millennium Falcon. I hope you guys are ready. Let's get to it. Alright, so to begin with, let's go ahead and bring in our issue, part 13. Now, I do want to recommend or ask you guys to help me out with this channel by subscribing and sharing this video. That way, other people can find this video and it'll help me get more people to follow. And it'll help me get one step closer to becoming monetized, so that I can do more builds like this one in the future. Now, let's go ahead and move on to this build. So let's go ahead and open it up. And first off, we have the modified YT1300 FP, the Millennium Falcon early history. So let's see here. Almost destroyed before her launch, battered, abused, crushed, sent for scrap, and impounded, it is a miracle that the Millennium Falcon survived at all, let alone becoming a legend in her own lifetime. So, we had some more information here about it. Let me just run off the former registrations. Wow, that's actually something different. Usually it's technical specs, but now it's former registrations. So it was former registrations was the Karelian Engineering Corporation, YT492727ZED. Karelian Industries Ltd, Corel's Pride, Corel Industries Ltd, Fickle Flyer. I'm just going to say CI for the last two. CI Ltd. It was Metals. I think that's pronounced that right. Metals. Misery. CI Ltd's Jackpot. Cal and Dova Brigger? No, sorry. That would be Cal and Dova Bridger. It would be Hardwired, Cal Bridger, Wayward Son, Todd Jadak, Stellar Envoy, Bammy Tikri, Second Chance, Zen, Bayan, Gone to Pieces, Quip, Fragile, and then it ends with the Millennium Falcon. So let's go ahead and turn the page. Alright, so this just about it's kind of like the same things we saw in an earlier issue with the kind of like a layout of the Millennium Falcon. And then this is some stuff about Lando Calrissian. This one was about the speed control. While a ship is traveling in real space as opposed to hyperspace, it is possible to calculate her speed in terms of kilometers per hour and the way this speed is controlled is very complex. Not only is a ship's speed affected by her thrusters, but also by every object that she comes near. Alright, turn the page. Then you got some more stuff here, some behind the scenes, kind of like recycled parts. I'll let you guys go ahead and read that on your own time. There we go. Go ahead and pause it. Alright. And then the next set of parts, we got some pieces for the hold, and then we got 2 more pieces for the hull. I've already put those off to the side, so let's go ahead and continue on. So in this one, we're actually going to be putting the hold. We'll be putting a lot of the walls together and putting the hold together pretty much. Basically, we'll be putting the hold together. Put it at that. So if you hadn't done so already, it's asking for you to line up that piece, this piece right here, and secure it with the 5 screws. As you saw in my last video, I didn't even take this off. I just set this piece right on there. And as you can see, it's still on there. Here it just says about customizing the hold floor. It says the hold floor provided with issue 7 can be used as supplied or customized with a little dirt detail. This is very simple to do. Thin some drawing ink with water and brush it into the molded grooves. Quickly blot away the surplus with a paper towel and leave dark lines. And then that's how you kind of get the dark lines within the floor. But moving on, this shows you how to telling you to glue the bench in place, which again I never took out, so I don't have to do that. I already glued it, so that saves me some time. Next, it's having me actually bring in, let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring in our table here that we got in issue 1, I believe. No, issue 2. We got this in issue 2. So let's go ahead and finally put this in place. So what's going to happen is there's this square hole right here, and it's going to be going on this square post right there. So let's go ahead and bring in our super glue. Yep, I'm still using Gorilla Glue because I found this works really well for putting metal or die cast pieces and fixing them permanently to the plastic. So let's go ahead and twist the top off. Kind of brush off any excess glue. And just go ahead and bring this a little bit closer. There we go. Kind of, we're going to get the general area. There we go. And this is going to go, oops, nope. This needs to go like this, right here. So that's how it's going to look. Although if you were to go by the picture, you would actually have this piece here would be facing towards this side here. Though, if you've watched A New Hope, you know in the movie you see R2 and Chewbacca, sorry, memory lamps. You see Chewbacca and R2-D2 playing, And if I remember correctly, the board sat like this. If I remember correctly. So that's how I'm going to leave it. So now, let's go ahead and continue. It says to put the back wall on. Hold on, let me focus. All right. So now, let's go ahead and bring in some of our next pieces. So we're going to start by putting on the walls. So we're going to be putting this wall on next. And just like I did before, I just rock that into place. Squeeze it down so it's flush with so that it's up against the whole floor, the deck. And then we are actually taking some screws that I got right here, and we are going to be screwing this into place. So let's go ahead and grab the screwdriver, and let's start screwing this together. So 2 little holes right there. You want the screw going into there. So let's go ahead and get that into place and start screwing it in. There. And lift this up a little bit so I can have room to turn the screwdriver. There we go. Cool. So now let's go ahead and bring in this longer piece. It's got 4 posts on the bottom. It's going to be going on this side here. And as you can see, there's 4 tabs along the side. So go ahead and take this and just push it on. Again, you want it to be square with it. And this one is also going to take some screws to hold the walls in place. Let me just get some screws out. There we go. All right, so let's grab a screw and let's start screwing. There. And there. There we go. All right, that's much better. Just wanted to have it refocused for a second. So far, that's how that's going to look. Let's go ahead and turn the page. And next, we're going to be bringing in this piece right here that we got in our last issue. And this is going to be sitting right here. And these holes right here, these tabs or these slots, are going to be facing inward towards the hold. And they're going to be held in by 4 screws. So let me go ahead and do that real quick and we'll move on. All right. So as you can see, you got it nice and screwed into place. You got the 4 screws down there below the deck. You want to make sure that it was nice and flush right along the edge here. So now that we've got that taken care of, we need to bring in this piece of the wall. It's got two posts right here. It's got these two pieces right here. That'll come in handy later, a little bit later. And it's going to be going in right here. Let's get it lined up for you guys. There we go. Try to show it off a bit. There we go. So let's go ahead and push this in. And this, give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I had to move the light over a little bit closer. But, so we got this in. Now, we need to take these and we need to cut these out. We need to cut at least 2 of them out of here. So, I'm going to grab my nippers here. Again, I use Micromark. That's who made these nippers. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut 2 of these out. And if you want a pair of nippers like these, you can find them on Amazon, or you can go to Micromark's website and you can get them there as well. And I'll put a link to Micromark's website in the description down below so you can go and check them out. But until then, let's go ahead and take these little pieces here, little tiny pieces, and they're going to be going into these little holes right on the inside, as to give this a nice, more or less flush look. Let's just see how it goes in. Okay, yep, so I have it right. So, let's see if I can't get you a nice look at this. So you can see there is a thinner end and a thicker end. You want the thinner end to go in first. So let's go ahead and bring in our glue. This might get a little messy. And, let's brush a little bit of it off first. There we go. And let's just dab a little bit of glue on the end there to help keep it in place. Alright, now let's go ahead and push this in to our first hole. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use my nippers real quick and just kind of help push it in flat. I'm going to brace the back of it with the palm of my hand. That way I don't hopefully break anything in the process. There we go. That was a nice satisfying snap there. And as you can see, it's in there flush. And it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and move on and get the next one on. There it is. Gonna go ahead and switch hands this time around because I don't feel like getting super glue on my fingers too much. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue on there. And let's see if I can't get this into place. Okay. Let's grab my, grab this. I just talked about how I didn't want to get glue on my fingers, and then I just go ahead and grab this out with glue. Brilliant of me. So let's go ahead and give it a little bit more glue because I just transferred all of it to my fingers. There we go. And this is going to be going right there. There. Alright, just like last time, I'm going to take my nippers here and I'm just going to give it a nice press. There. Alright. There we go. So, there you go. Get it a little closer up. They're both nice and flush. And let's continue on. Kind of refocus. Let's go ahead and close this up for now. I don't think we'll need it for the rest of this video. So, next up, we're going to be putting this wall on. This has 3 posts on it. Sorry. And this is going to be going right here where there's 3 slots. So just push that in. Give it a squeeze. And this is going to be taking 2 screws. So let's go ahead and screw this in, if I can. There we go. And there we go. All right. So now you can see the 2 screws in place right there. And now let's continue on with the rest of this. Next, we are going to be actually setting this up to the side for a second, bringing in this sprue. We're actually going to be finishing it off by taking this piece off and this piece off. So let's go ahead and grab my nippers and just cut these pieces off. All right, so there is a little bit of mold flash on this one right there. So let's go ahead and see if I can't just clean that up a bit. There we go. All right, so now we are going to be bringing in this control panel that we worked on earlier. And this is this piece right here we're going to be taking this flat piece right here, this flat end, and we're going to be putting it on this post right there. So we're actually going to need the glue back in. Just do that. Put a little bit of glue there. Put that into place. So it looks like that. And this is going to be going right in these two posts right here. See if I can't get it now. Get you guys a nice look. There we go. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and put some glue on there. Dab some glue right in there. I'm actually going to brush a little bit there. And this, you can see that there's two holes there. They're going to be going over those two posts. So just set that there. Just kind of push down. Give me 1 second. So now, what we need to do is we're actually going to be bringing in these two pipes now. You see they're two different colors, two different designs. So, this one with like the orange, you know, it kind of comes off as yellow here, but it's orange and black stripe. This is going to be going on here like so. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. There's something came up that I had to take care of for 1 second. So let's go ahead and bring in this one. It's got the red and black stripes on it. And this one is going to be going in like this. Like so. So there's going to be another wall that's going to go right here. It's going to hold these in place. I will glue them into place at that point. But for right now, they're just going to sit there loose. But not to worry, we will be kind of securing them so they won't at least just fall off to the side. Because now, we are going to be bringing in these pieces here. We grab the last one. This one here. Move the light so it's right over. There we go. There. Nope. Put that back in. There. Alright, so now we'll be taking these, and you can see what the way they're shaped. These little pieces here will be sitting right in this groove, and then this tab will be going into these slots here. And then there's a little post at the end of here that'll be going into some ports right along the edge here. I know it's a little hard to see. Let's go ahead and bring in the glue. Oh boy. Let me grab the paper towel real quick because that turned messy quick. There we go. All right. Let's try that again. Put a little bit of glue on this spot right there and on this spot right there. And we'll start off with the one closest to the wall. There we go. So that's how you want that to look. And I'll get the rest of these put on real quick. All right. Now that I got that finished, you can see how that looks. We got all 5 pieces in place. So now, even if these kind of roll off like this one just did, kind of put that back in place. There we go. It won't roll this way, so I just don't want to tip it that way because it'll tip it like this because it'll just slide out that way. But on a positive note, these 2 thin pieces here, which I'm assuming will be probably like cables or some sort, they're not going to go anywhere. For one, we got these pieces on top of them, and that's causing friction and keeping them in place. And a little bit of glue got onto them, so that'll help glue them into place as well. But that's how this looks supposed to look by the end of this issue. And all that's left, as far as I'm aware, is this wall right here. Once we get that wall put on, the main hold here, will be more or less finished. All that'll be left for it later is that we'll have to put it into the Millennium Falcon when we get around to that. But like I said, for right now, it seems like all that's left is this wall here to kind of help enclose everything. But we'll see what happens. So, just a little bit of information here. We got a little bit more behind the scenes, the convincing detail. So let's go ahead and let you read that, see that. There you go. All right. So that does it for this issue. All right. So that was Fanhome's Millennium Falcon Part 13. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. If you did, be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button down below. And be sure to hit that bell icon so that you are notified the next time I post a video. Now, if you guys want to build this model for yourself, I will put a link in the description down below for you guys to check out Fanhome's website. They also have other incredible builds if you want to check that out as well. Now, also, if you guys enjoyed the music that was playing in the background of this video, I will also put a link to the artist's YouTube channel down below as well. His name is Dave Brons. He does really excellent music. I think you guys will enjoy it. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.